Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 3, so we're now in the afternoon. In a very special afternoon delight, or afternoon delight special with Directing Duo Dario and Dom, who will be joining us in a bit. But if you don't know what this is, then make sure that you go back and watch episode 1 or 2 of this streaming series. This is a series brought to you by, obviously, In Development, which is what this is and what the channel is you're watching. You know what it is. Who cares? This is all in aid of the crisis appeal that we're running. It's a fundraising thing that we're running all this week. We're trying desperately to get to £1,000 to make a difference to the homeless or people affected by poverty in the UK. And if you sound like you're excited about poverty there, Nick.
Excited about charity.
Excited about charity. We've had loads of really great donations straight off the bat. Again, shout out to everybody who's done that. I'm actually just going to refresh that just in case something's happened over lunch. No, it hasn't.
£182.
£282, exactly. So thanks again to everybody who's donated. Shout out again to Tom Lewis, Dan Logan, Lisa Turnbull, Andy Biddle, twice donated, Kathy Wang, twice donated, big spender, Kathy Wang from the Dots, right there, Pedro, Diana, Andrew Headley, Ali Albion. By the way, I got your email. I will email you back, and the answer is yes. And Bradley Moore, Claire Donaldson, Little Donnie, Daisy Sarah, thank you, and Fanny Hutzinator and Thomas Ralph, thank you so much. Before this episode is out, I would love this to be £300. It would be really good. And just try to remember that there's a lot of people that are in worse situations than we are, even as dire as this thing is that we're facing. Without further ado, I'm just going to leap straight into the chat. Let's see who's about. Shout out if you're in there. Who've we got in there? We got Cuthbert. Cuthbert representing BT Massive. You know it. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Tom Lewis, you got a shout out.
Tom Lewis, yes. Thank you so much. Original, the OG deposit maker. I don't know. Is that donator? That's it. Big time. Heavy donation. There he is. Hit us up with your Instagram if you got one, Tom. Let's do it. That's Tom Lewis. That's no relation there to Nick Lewis. But yeah, really appreciate it. Who else is in there? I know that there's other people lurking because I can see how many people are in the chat, guys. So let's make sure you give us a shout. Don't be shy. Just let us know. We wanna say hi. We don't necessarily have to be showing your personals on there, but we would really like to give back and get people included in the chat. It's all good. Right, so Nick Lewis also had a question for everybody who is in the chat or might be watching this. Whether you're watching this now or live later, you can leave your comments thing at the bottom. You can't remember what you were going to ask. You were going to ask what people have been watching?
Oh, yes. What have you been watching?
Nick wants to know what you've been watching.
What's the TV series? I've just finished The Wire. I'm looking for something else. Saw the first episode of Oz last night. That's pretty mad.
That's good.
Oh, my God.
Oz is good with Mercutio in the wheelchair. Yeah.
Yeah, Mercutio. Loving it. Crazy.
Oz is amazing. Yeah.
Camera work.
Love it. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah. Huh?
J.K. Simmons scares the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah,
me too.
He's good. He's
in a good way.
He's awesome. Yeah, so let us know either in the chat and we can talk about that later, or in the comments and we can talk about it next time, tomorrow, where Lily is going to be hosting. This is Lily right here. That's Lily. Say hi again. Hello, Lily, and
hello.
Also Nick.
It's me.
And this Nick Lewis right here, in case you haven't seen that face right there.
It's a smolder.
Just a smolder. So yeah, without further ado, we've got a lot to get into because we've been very kindly joined by Directing Duo Dario and Dom. Dario and Dom, hello and welcome to In Deep.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Oh. Thanks for having us.
Is that a picture of us?
That's not a picture. I've just got your thing. We couldn't find a picture of you two together in the thing, but I can probably find something on your Instagram. That was their website. Just Google Dario and Dom. This is their Instagram. Make sure you follow it. They're also on Vimeo, so go and check that out. This is their website. It's literally on their Instagram, so just do that. Follow back. But you can probably find them from their YouTube channels here, and you can get a sense of what they look like right there. Yeah. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Lockdown, day one.
Yeah, I mean, it's day one, so, it's all right, I guess, but kind of worried about, the next couple of days and what happens after that.
Yeah, next couple of weeks as well.
There's only so much I can do of rearranging my books and, I don't know, my sock drawer. Exactly.
Does, yeah. So,
yeah. But yeah, no, we're good otherwise. How are you?
Good. We are good. It's a crazy situation.
it is.
Yeah, I'm up in up in northeast London. Where are you guys at the moment?
We're in Angel.
Oh,
Angel. So yeah.
That's quite close.
We're on Chapel Market, which is for once very quiet because there is no market stall owners shouting like lots of expletives constantly every day.
I never got used to that, but
yeah.
It helps you go to sleep now.
Does it help you go to? It's like a lullaby for you now.
It is,
yeah, exactly. So actually, we probably should clarify that. Yeah, not only are we co-directors, but we actually live together as flatmates.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so you sometimes want to murder each other, but honestly, he's my bestie. I've known him since 1998. It's crazy. Oh, stop it. Yeah, we've known each other since 1998. To secondary school together.
I think that's why I can live with you, because you're like a brother now. So you kind of get past that stage of we know each other every single day about something. But,
yeah, exactly.
And there's love there. So.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of how it works now. We just have a really unhealthy a relationship basically. But it was so we were based in Angel really to answer that before we went into a really deep dive into our personal kind of problems.
That's what we're talking about. We're hoping it's fine. We're happy.
Well, that's a good. I didn't even realize that when we were chatting before. My brain hadn't yet clicked of going into alarm mode of hang on, why are these guys in the same house? Did they just travel to the same place? But
no. We're taking the government's advice very seriously.
Yeah, we're taking it very, very seriously. Good. So haven't seen my with my mum, and we haven't seen your mum for ages.
Yeah.
So all those decent meals will now have to wait, basically. You're playing our test stuff. Yeah, that's Dom and I just doing our thing.
Yeah, I love those. I think it's awesome. I loved seeing that the other day. So yeah, more of those, please. Is that how you guys like to sort of block and test your concepts? Because you guys are a writing and directing duo, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, I have to say, shout out to very old school production company Gorgeous for making us hip to that. To be honest, I was a runner there. Cut my teeth at Gorgeous. Just very tough place to work. They had a very high standard, and I was just sort of going through hard drives doing some archiving, and I saw all these sort of test shoots. I thought, what is this? This is kind of awesome. Amazing. And especially I think it could be true of any genre you do, but we found particularly for sort of anything like comedy, it's so important to have I think your timing, your beats, just your edit. And we found that ever since we've been doing them, just the editor, whoever edits it, will just literally line it up in the edit and then cut together the actual footage and use that as their sort of foundation. And it's really nice to watch it actually play almost beat for beat. And also it's quite funny just seeing us obviously portray, for example, when we did the Interfilm, which was a really nice cinema commercial, we played the brother and sister, and it's just hilarious watching two grown men kind of, fronting about in a flat, basically. So,
but it does really work, like you said. It's Yeah, it's the timing as well. When you've got an agreed edit time of 30 seconds or 60 seconds, you have to stick to that. Because obviously, if it's broadcast, you can't go over that or less. So you don't want to go into the edit with too little footage or something that doesn't actually piece together for the time it has to be. So.
We've actually found that it improved also our scripts, because we'd shoot something and we'd be editing it and we go, oh, I just realized that angle's not gonna, that's not gonna work, or that now doesn't quite make sense. It also, I actually also think it came about a little bit by necessity because, especially if you're doing a lot of low budget content, sometimes, you're counting the pennies, and so the idea of even a storyboard up is sort of out of the question. So you have to kind of create like almost like an animatic, like a live action storyboard. So that's it. And so we've been doing it ever since, really, and we found it very, very useful.
Yeah. You guys seem to have lost. I don't know if I saw it on your Vimeo channel or not, but you did one for this one that you had on the mill, which I was just having a look at the See What You Did film. Is that
Little boy on the couch. That's the one, the little boy on the couch. That's See What You Did.
Where's the one that you did again, like the split screen? Where can I find that? I think.
It was there. It was. I think if it's the third one along. So if you go on to the test shoot, I think there's 3 options. So there's the innocent smoothies, then there's a casserole, and then if you click again, you'll see. I added them all together. If you click that there should be 3. No, not there. On the next one along.
We're out of sync. I can't find it. Anyway, guys, go to the Instagram and check it out. There's another one there which is really good. It's really funny. Just seeing Dario. You were playing the little girl, right?
I think
Or was it Dom?
Girl, so,
it was beautiful. It was very heartwarming thing, but it's really nice to see just the method. Again, it's like very much more like what we do, and what this is very much like exposing that sort of process and stuff. And I think that's really fascinating to see how you guys work. With that in mind, actually, we should jump straight into your Castrol films. Actually, what we have, in case you don't know, we ask our guests to pick a project of theirs that might have a particularly interesting or memorable production story behind it, whether it's a strange challenge, a nightmare that went wrong, and this is the salvage. We want to know the things behind it because, of course, as an audience, we only get to see the finished result. And so this is a fantastic opportunity. So with that in mind, I'm going to play the very first Castrol spot.
Sure, we can move the meeting up an hour. Honey, can you put the fire guard up? I don't want soot on the rug. Sure, yeah.
Mike, that fire is a symbol of your love. Don't let a fire guard hide your flames of passion.
It'll be fine.
Technically, I didn't get soot on it.
A lot can go wrong in 20 minutes without protection, especially 75% of engine wear. Castrol GTX Magnatech, instant engine protection.
Sure, we can move the meeting up an hour. Honey, can you put...
Dad, can we do karate? Here!
Padding. Mike, in a few moments, the only thing bruised will be your son's ego. Let the tickling begin.
It'll be fine.
Come on! You can do it harder! Come on, harder! Oh, wow, that was some roundhouse kick.
I'll go easy next time.
Next time. A lot can go wrong in 20 minutes without protection, especially 75% of engine wear.
Absolutely, John, not their strongest season. Special shot.
Gloves? Are we in kindergarten? Let's get arts and crafts over with because the game's heating up, Mike.
It'll be fine.
Yes! Yes! Come on! You can do it! Yes! 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 A lot can go wrong in 20 minutes without protection, especially 75% of engine wear. Castrol GTX Magnatech, instant engine protection.
Absolutely.
And there we have it. Castrol. Tell us the story behind it. How did this project come to you?
Okay. So it's through one of these online pitch platforms, which I think a lot of you will probably be familiar with. So MoFilm. Obviously, I think we've all sort of had our experience with these kind of online pitch platforms. This was a very interesting one because it came about, what was it, back 2016? think it's 2016, I believe.
Gosh, yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a while back. I'm just trying to think. So
Sure, we can move the meeting up an hour.
Through or got a notification about a pitch. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the work that they had done prior to that, sort of, we didn't really tick all the boxes, so I don't think we could really even submit for them. And then finally there was this comedy piece, and the thing is, as is the case with these online pitch platforms, the budget was $45,000, and so that's roughly £40,000.
Mm-hmm.
And
wait, for all of them, or just the one?
For 5 spots. These are just 3.
Of course.
Yeah, so it was absolutely nuts. Fortunately, we had the absolutely amazing production company, Compulsory. I'm not sure if you guys know who they are. They're an amazing production company. They've been going for a few years now. They've had a really great year last year. They've got some fantastic directors on their roster, and they were one of the first production companies to really champion us.
Can we do karate?
They were absolutely brilliant.
Here!
Really down to earth, nice guys. So it's headed up by Christopher Tomaso, who's the EP, with Kieran Mandler and also Kadri Mahmood. Really lovely guys. And they kind of stepped up to the bat, and they really helped us kind of get this thing made out in America, which was also its own challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
With a budget like that, I'm surprised that happened. That's really fantastic.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were surprised as well. That's the thing. So we kind of read the brief and thought, well, you can only really shoot this in America. It's got to look like that. And the budget we had wasn't really possible to do that in the UK. So we thought, you know what, it's an outside chance. Let's do it anyway. Let's have fun with the treatment. Let's put together some thoughts and send it across. And then I think we got an email saying that we had been shortlisted to the last 20, right?
Yeah. So we basically, and as is the case with all these online platforms, you're pitching up against 100, 150 directors. So first of all, it's like the chances are slim. So first of all, we pitched against that. Then we got into like the final 20, and they were very honest with us and said, guys, you're the only UK-based directors. Everybody else is American. So we thought, well, look, I mean, at this stage, what have we got to lose? So we had to do kind of some tweaks on the treatment and submit. We really just went at it. I think we were just very tongue in cheek with how we wrote it. We just kind of had really playful headers for our text. We even.
Have we just?
Hello, we lost them.
We've lost them on the call. Oh dear. I think the internet might have lost. Lily, are you still with us?
I am, yes.
Lily's still here. Lily's here. Let's try to get them back in. It's just Lily, me, and Nick. Just that. Let me just give some shout outs to people that are in the chat in the meantime. Carolina. Who's here?
Kathy Wang.
Kathy Wang! Yeah! Kathy Wang. Here for everything. Hello, how you doing? Let's have a look. Darewolf. IRL. Darewolf in real life, and I like that. I'm attracted to it. Carolina, Daniel Wicks. Daniel Witch. Oops. Okay, dear. They are experiencing technical difficulties. That's no problem at all, because in the meantime, Nick Lewis has, of course, set us up with something here, which I think I'm going to try to find here, and we'll set you up.
Don't stop cause you like fella. Keep going. Don't stop cause you like fella. Don't stop cause you like fella. Don't stop cause you like fella.
we're back. And we're back. Okay, so where we were was we were talking about shooting in America, and Dario and Dom are back with us now, as you were.
Hello. Yes, sorry about that. So yeah, essentially we thought, well, we've got nothing to lose. Let's give this a shot. Put the treatment together. Got an email saying we were the last 20, but only English, or sort of British, I guess, the directors. Everyone else was based in America, and we thought, what are the chances they're going to give the job to us, especially since we have to fly out there. So we thought, let's just have some fun with the treatment. And it came actually a really good example of it was there was a bit in a sort of about us section in it where we thought we should probably put something about like a little quotes or a little sort of someone saying something nice about us. We couldn't really think of one, and so we put
ourselves down as a reference. So we just said, we couldn't think of a harder working duo than Dario and Dom, and it was said by Dario and Dom, and apparently that kind of clinched it for us. That was one of the things. So
we thought it was a bit risky, but
actually this was the thing. We noticed that you being yourself is actually a really important part of bringing your voice to the piece. And sometimes you do jobs where you are the hired gun, and you have to kind of put aside any kind of stylistic kind of histrionics. But really, if you want to make something that you really believe in or you think is a great idea, just being yourself and showing the kind of people you are really helps. And we are a bit silly, that's just the truth of it. And it came out in this treatment, and we won it, which was just such a surprise, honestly, not gonna lie.
What was different? What was different about shooting in America as opposed to here?
So many things.
The sun, the glorious sun. LA is to everybody who's obviously been there, they'll probably know this. LA is a very unusual place, especially if you live here, which is, I don't know. I feel like they do live in a little bit in a strange bubble.
Everyone was so much more attractive than me.
Yeah. It was pretty. Yeah, I felt pretty gnarly standing next to people. Everybody was very, very buff and kind of, looked great constantly, as if there was cameras pointed everywhere.
Well, like Austin Powers, but but no, it was.
But the crews were great. The crews were
really hardworking.
Yeah,
nice,
exactly. I mean, it was quite fun to see the difference between I guess union, that they were they're very kind of they really into their union. So the minute that it was they went for a break, they all sat down, they didn't get up a second sooner, which wasn't a problem because they were all fantastic. It was just I guess that was the only real difference. They all kind of found our accents endearing, I guess. So you kind of you Hugh Grant it a little bit. You go, I'm terribly sorry.
Sorry.
What else did we learn? Well, I tell you what, actually, we did learn one great phrase that we've been using ever since, and some of you might already know this, but every time we were going, it's not quite that, but it's not quite that, they go, split the difference. And you'd be like, yeah, that's it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say. So that the DP, you'd be like, okay, I don't want to be on this lens, but not that one. And he'd be like, split the difference. It was just such an easy way to kind of just
it became the phrase of the shoot.
It became the phrase of the shoot. So that was kind of fun anyway.
Split the difference. Is that's going to be your running?
Place, so. Yeah.
I'm just scrolling through your socials now, and just hope I don't find anything. There's this whole pro-Trump rant you go on here, but we'll leave that one out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think we're. I'm sadly I'm not really like one of those social online people. I try to be, but I don't think I have anything to say half the time. So.
Don't.
Oh, that's. I think you're looking at our. This is our most recent shoot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've moved on. Shall I go back? Shall I go back to that?
No. I can see you're looking at our most recent shoot. Oh yeah, Mr. Harrington.
Kid Harrington. I'm gonna go back to that. Wait. Hold on a second. We're losing it, guys. That's for next time. That's for next time. That's a little taste. There's a little taster of Dario and Dom here.
Twitter is quite fun to do because we don't post anything like really political or anything where it's our belief systems. It's usually just very innocuous, silly GIFs that kind of represent how we're feeling this day or that day.
True social people. I get you. Oh, well, nice. Well, thank you so much for letting us know about that. What I want to know now, of course, is the other thing is that we also ask our guests to come up with one example that they haven't made, obviously, which is either a dream job or something that they would like to do in the future when all of this nightmare is over. And and so this next spot is, do you guys want to lead us into it? Which spot did you choose?
This is the world's biggest arsehole. It's by Gordon and Speck, a director duo signed to Furlined. They're amazing. They do some great work. This is for organ donation charity. I think it's not Give Life. It's I have to double check. But
Donate Life.
That's right. Yeah, Donate Life. That's the one. It's brilliant. For us, this is just spot on. It ticks all the boxes of the things that we love. It's the world of comedy and drama working in harmony. It's not slapstick at all. It's got the great voice, dulcet tones of Will Arnett. I say dulcet, actually. It's quite cool.
Hold on.
BoJack Horseman.
Whoa. Hold on. We'll get to all of that straight after everybody watches it, and then you can tell us exactly why.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly why you love it.
God,
This is a story about Coleman Sweeney. Coleman, in short, was an asshole. Everyone in his small town knew it. It wasn't that he tried particularly hard to be unpleasant. It just seemed to come naturally to him. Coleman felt like the whole world owed him something, which caused him to regularly ignore the rules of a decent, acceptable society.
Wow. Really?
And he hated anything that got in his way.
Go, you got it. You got it, go. Go, you can do it.
And small animals. Even to children, he was an asshole. He was, as they say, born to it. But then, the strangest thing happened.
$3.
Something entirely unexpected. Coleman Sweeney died. A brain aneurysm. Well, subarachnoid hemorrhage to be more specific. And it came as he argued over whether extra fries should be included in a $1.99 early bird breakfast, which was a typical Coleman Sweeney play. It was then that Sarah found something completely unexpected. Coleman Sweeney had registered to be an organ donor. Nobody knew what caused Coleman to do it, but there it was, generous and majestic. And that was the day that Coleman went from asshole to hero. You see, his liver went to Stan, a father of two. His heart went to Miranda Morgan, who went on to teach for 25 more years. And his tendons went to Staff Sergeant Donahue, who was able to walk again and would never need to be pushed across the street by his physical therapist. And in a moment of small world irony, his corneas went to his 82-year-old next-door neighbor so that she could finally see the crap that her dog made in the side yard and pick it up. Yes, in life, Coleman was a bona fide asshole. 365 days a year, 24/7.
Hey, baby!
But in death, well, let's just raise our middle fingers and shout, "Up yours, Coleman Sweeney. You're not an asshole anymore."
Mino's in there.
Huh?
Here we go. We're back. That was awesome, as I'm sure. I don't know if you've seen that before. I think it actually was just mostly an American run campaign. Why did you guys select that? Tell us more.
So yeah, as Dario was saying, it's it's just so many things are right about it. You know, when there's magic about something and everything just comes together. I think also for me, it's a brave approach, you know, to advertising, especially for when it comes to, you know, charities, because it's always a difficult one where, you know, you can't spend too much money necessarily, or, you know, it's always sort of the same approach. And I think it's just the way that there's a narrative to it as well, and there's a story and it draws you in, and then there's that twist, and it's just that's brilliant.
And it plays into sort of, like I was saying earlier, it plays into kind of our sensibilities and stuff that we would hopefully move more into as we develop, which is cinematic comedy. You know, not that everything looks like it's intended to be a comedy. Right. And they're just great. You know, like I was saying earlier, you know, it's the voiceover by Wood on Air. It's fantastic. Thomas Jane's performance is brilliant in it. He just goes all out for it. It's just the moments are hilarious, and it's the fact that usually they always say, you know, it's kind of important to lead with positives, especially if you're doing like a PSA. But actually they sort of take that and they flip it on its head, and it's the fact that it's like the world's biggest arsehole ends up being, you know, the savior of so many people. But the fact is they never forget that it's a comedy. Like just the little like nuances of when the doctor's kind of walking out in the hallway with the heart transplant, they just catch the light. They give this kind of like really awesome cinematic lens flare. It's just silly things like that, which are great. And so it's, I just love it's shot on anamorphics as well. So it's shot like a movie, really. And that's what I think is great. And we've always been sort of big fans of that, which is, you know, if you set something in real life rather than telegraph the fact that, wait, this is a comedy now, so you have to laugh, I think that the humor just comes about a bit more naturally. And as we hopefully progress as filmmakers, this is the kind of style that we will, and hopefully the scripts will be, you know, ultimately pitching on, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future. So that's kind of one of the big reasons why we picked it.
Yeah, it's one hell of a spot to aim for. It's really good to actually identify that sort of aesthetics thing of like quite a lot of comedy is set like quite flat and straight, and to have that sort of cinematic thing it's hard to get there, because when you're communicating in such a small time frame, you generally want to inform the audience of like, you're watching a comedy, like straight away, like your brain tunes in quite quickly. And for this one, I know they've got the time, but it is quite wonderful. And of course you want to shoot anamorphics, but I think that's a really nice thing to sort of tune into and recognize. Plus it helps having an incredible cast, like a lead like that.
But also, you know, it's something that we became very aware of, because obviously what we tend to do is after every shoot, and once we've had a few months away from our work, we tend to do a sit down and do a critique of our own work. And that's one thing that
our own annual review.
Yeah, exactly. Whether we get a bonus, basically. We looked at Castrol, and that's something, you know, we thought, you know what, it's going to go for America. And usually you have this kind of idea that they'll want something that's kind of brightly lit, utilitarian lighting. And actually looking at Castrol, we could have probably been a little braver and actually embraced darkness and gone for a little bit more contrast. And so that was a critique of ours of Castrol. We could have probably gone more for this, because ultimately it was an opportunity to do that. And that might have helped us maybe get a slightly more polished next job, or something which, you know, might be more cinematic and more grounded. So it's one of those things, basically. So yeah, definitely, you know, once we saw that, thought, you know what, we just got to be brave, and next time, rather than do something that we think the client will like, we should probably try and also go for.
We should do what the client like and
what we like, basically. Oh, you should do a trigger warning for this one.
Yeah. Whoops. My bad. Hope you guys like that one. No, that was.
First one.
That was your very first one. Okay, hold on.
This thing, this Skin Deep that you're playing,
commercial,
yeah. £200.
Yeah, that's the budget.
Wow, it looks like $1 million.
Wow. Like $1 million.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you coming on, and we like we were saying, probably while people didn't hear us on the air. Again, this is. They've got like the Kit Harington thing and stuff like that. We're very much about just like giving you a tiny little bite-sized introduction to this talent. So perhaps we'll have them back again and have them to talk about something else. perhaps the bloodbath scene, or the Dario and Dom and things. I do think, just on a personal thing, I really do like the thing, and I love the breakdown of the brother and sister film. It's for Samsung or something, is it? Samsung or Canon?
Into film, yeah. Into film, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Which played in cinema, which was really nice.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's lovely. It's a lovely piece. So if you guys need them, you know where to find them. Google these guys. Who are you guys represented by again? Are you guys represented by different people?
We're lone wolves at the moment, basically. I mean,
snap them up.
We'll just see.
Snap them up, people.
But yeah, also a big thank you to you for having us on, and also for what you're doing. It's a really good cause. I hope that more people are doing it, and trying times. I think it's really nice what you guys are doing. So keep it up.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
That actually gives me a good thing. While you're on here, let's have a look at where we're at, because I think Lily, did you say something? Oh shit! We got Ian Cuthbert, you beauty boy. Thank you so much for taking us to 300 today. That is awesome. £18. It's absolutely a strange number to pick out of the air, but I think you just wanted to make that neat on a 300. Sets us up very nicely for tomorrow. So thank you again to Dario and Dom for talking to us today. And thank you all in the chat for having a chat with us. All the links today will be clicked. If they're not there already, they will be down below. We'll make sure that they're there. These are also thanks to our sponsors and partners. We are going to be getting some prizes for our upcoming challenge. In case you didn't know it, we are running a challenge that will be giving away prizes. You guys in the audience will decide who wins. Myself, Lily and Nick, and probably you too, Ed, who's eating lunch right now and he's not on this call, but he's watching us, are doing it. And Dario and Dom, we invite you to the challenge too, because there's already some nice prizes.
What's the challenge, Ross?
The challenge, Nick, is things that we have to do quite often is Photoshop things into decks, whether we like to or not. And so we have decided to pick a random stock image and go for the theme of we're all gonna die, and the image is on screen right now. Anybody is welcome to do whatever they want with this. I don't care if you print it out,
download it and Photoshop it.
Yeah, download it the Shutterstock link is down below. They are absolutely not a sponsor of us. Neither is Adobe, but maybe one day. And yeah, do that again. And also Dario, thank you very much for being in the creative development email chain, the special chain, secret. Thanks for talking about that. Maybe you should drop the link for this later once it's all processed. Drop it in there. Don't be shy. Come on, let people know. I want more people to be all.
I'm getting all shy now. I'm blushing. Yeah. I will do.
Yeah, don't be shy. You guys are so damn English. It's completely crazy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, and you guys are good. It's like we want. The problem is that with feeds and things, everybody, this applies to the audience and stuff as well. Is that with feeds and social media and Vimeo and things like that, we follow a lot of people, but we're not able to catch everything good because it becomes like such a flood. So if there's stuff that you want eyeballs on, it's not that anybody is ignoring and things like that. Please send it to us, guys. It's like send it to us directly. It's like next time you guys make a commercial or film and stuff, we would love to see it. We'd love to be made aware of it. And so not to diss socials or anything, make sure you guys follow Dario and Dom. And we'll see.
We'll be sure to share our MS Society spot when that comes out. That's for a good cause. That's for a good sort of cause as well. And yeah, we'll be sure to share that with everybody. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. And then yeah, it'd be good to share it. And maybe you can come on and have a chat with it. Who knows how long we're going to be here for, right? So cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody, and we will see. Lily will see you. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but Lily will see Lily and Nick and Ed will see you here tomorrow. Again, thank you very much to all of you. I've said that enough, and so I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay, cool.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.